This week, the Fiends watched
Evil Dead Rise.
Mom?
Mommy's with the maggots now.
What will be.
So, we just got out of the theater,
Yes, we did.
have not said a word to each other.
Why would we?
We are going to ask each other what we thought, spoiler free. Michael, what were your thoughts on Evil Dead Rise?
Evil Dead Rise. I think this movie goes to show that without the Ash Raimi touch, it just doesn't work. I'm going to say I did not like Evil Dead Rise. I think it's by the numbers. I think there's nothing new about it. I didn't care for most of the scares. Nothing really did it for me. And that was way more scary than anything in the film. If you watch the replay, Mikey, you actually got me. I'm not lying.
Every scare was accompanied by a loud noise, so that's why I had to do it.
Good. Let me finish though. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say for Evil Dead Rise. Mikey, what did you think of Evil Dead Rise?
God, I wanted to love this movie so bad. As you guys can see, I've collected a smorgasbord of Evil Dead shit. I love it. It's one of my favorite franchises. And God, dude, this movie made 2013's Evil Dead look like a masterpiece. And I don't hate that movie. I kind of like that movie. It's not like great, a little too serious, not goofy or campy enough. This movie, I'm not going to say like I hated it, but it felt like a script that was called like Lady Possessed. And then they just like changed, they added a few things in it to make it an Evil Dead movie.
Will I be pretty? Will I be Here's what she said.
Especially the first two acts. The third act got very Evil Dead-ish. Blood, chainsaws, little homages, okay? But the first two acts were like, oh yeah, we'll throw this little thing here, this thing here. This could have been a totally different script. That's my gut feeling of what happened, but who knows? They'll probably never let us know.
Never.
So those are my thoughts. I am disappointed with the film, and I had a feeling I was going to be disappointed with it just because of the trailers. It didn't seem that promising.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were taking that serious, straight approach, right?
Yeah.
Opposite of me. Like, just they were just going straight. Just, where's the goofiness? Where's the gayness? Where's the funness,
Yeah.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's left Evil Dead since Army of Darkness.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Since the Brucey Cam, but you just can't do it the right way, right? Like, even the show captured Evil Dead. You're going, oh my God, bravo, guys. Even if you've never seen it, just go watch the first episode, and you're gonna that's almost like a standalone thing. You can just go watch that first one and go, wow, this was great. From the opening, right? Can we talk about the opening scene?
Yeah, let's talk about the opening scene. Yep.
And guys, we're going to try to not spoil till the end. So.
We're definitely not going to spoil it until the end of this last fight. We'll let you know.
We'll let you know. But so the opening scene, it's you get that drone shot.
What's the first shot?
You get the drone shot coming in. You're going, oh, are they going to do like a little, no, and then you realize.
We don't know it's a drone.
You don't.
So I'm saying you get the old school wood plank camera running through the woods, right? Like you get the old school effect. And then what do?
Make it a drone.
It's actually a drone.
It's really a drone.
We're watching a drone. Gotcha, audience, you dumb idiots.
And like they could have, and you know what kind of gave it away though? I mean, even before the reveal, you had a feeling it was a drone, correct?
No, I didn't know what it was. I thought they were just like, oh, the movie's not taking place in the forest, so we're gonna like set the opening in a forest. That's what I thought it was gonna be. I did not know it was gonna be a drone.
See, what threw it for me and my initial thought was, oh, where they're going over water. So if they're on ground, at least it would explain like.
They were on some ground, a little ground.
Yeah, barely.
There was a little ground there, man.
They started off in the middle of that creek, dude.
But there was a little ground there.
There's no ground. But the point is, if you kept it on ground, you go, oh, wait. Oh, and then after a little bit, I go, oh, it's going to be I knew it was a drone. I just had it in my guts.
All right.
But anyway, so they're out there, and a girl's out there, and a guy's flying a drone. And it's, oh, my God, you dick. How's my cousin doing? Your girlfriend. Oh,
yeah.
Piece of shit. I don't like her. Care less. She ruins everything. I gave her a Klonopin. go inside, and there's obviously someone who is obviously possessed on the bed.
Exactly.
So you're like, oh, okay, what's this gonna be?
Yeah.
What's this gonna be?
I was
right?
in it. I was in it with the opening.
I was in it.
I was like, this is cool. I like it.
And she's reading what her cousin's reading from the book. Like, she's looking at it, and the girl on the bed is reading it. So obviously, you could tell it's some demonic something.
Yeah,
it's getting a little
she's
scary. The
possessed.
voice is getting changed.
Yeah,
a little
absolutely.
bit. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep.
And didn't really care for what happened right after that.
No, because then she just literally, she's up on the bed and then she kind of turns around, has like a evilish face. First of all, these new Deadite faces are just not scary.
No.
I don't get why dude, you go back to Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2, Henrietta from number 2. Dude, the fucking face that they are terrifying to me. Maybe because I was young. I don't know, but I still think even this little Henrietta right here, her face, dude, is scarier than anything I've seen in any of the recent Evil Dead stuff.
Terrifying.
They've even the show got the Deadite stuff right. Like where you see the face, oh, I see a little Deadite in there. This is like possessed lady.
Mikey, all it is possessed. It's possessed in an apartment, possessed on a bed.
And
all
that's
it is.
what 2013 had. That was their problem. Is that they didn't do the old school Deadite feel. It was like, oh, they're just kind of possessed by demons. But now looking back on, compared to this one, I'm like 2013. I just watched it recently. So I'm like 2013 is like, that's evil. That's an Evil Dead remake right there,
Yes.
sequel, whatever you want to call it. This was not, because then all of a sudden we're just in a fucking bathroom in the movie Green Room. We're just in the bathroom, you know.
Pretty much.
Lady's pregnant. Okay, she's a punk rocker. Boom. Introduced to a family in an apartment. You got a sister, a brother, and then a little sister who's really cute. My favorite part of the movie was the little girl. She was so cute.
Had the little aw, couldn't say aw sometimes.
Yeah, she couldn't say awesome. Yeah, only sometimes.
So I don't know if that was a choice or if she really had that in real life, but she was adorable.
And then and then the mom, she was cool. She seemed like a really hardworking single mom.
And all I could think about was how much I wanted to cut you all open and then climb inside your bodies so that we could stay one happy family.
Yeah.
But she had a stupid liberal daughter who wanted to go protest somewhere. Can we stop with the protesting, please?
I don't know
All right?
why in writers'
Stop
room,
it.
but why in writers' rooms do they think that that's a good idea?
Yeah, like leave
why?
it out.
Come on, let's tango, bitch.
Leave it out of the movie. I'm not saying I'm against it for it. I'm just saying leave it out of the fucking
Yes.
Evil Dead requel, whatever the fuck you want. Because I don't even know what to call this. I don't know what to call this. So
Yeah, is this have anything to do with anything prior?
well, this is the problem, because all of a sudden they introduce something new into the lore within the first 10 minutes that, hey guys, you thought there was only one Necronomicon. Nope, pull your dicks out, because there's 3 of them. There's 3 Necronomicons. There's an earthquake in the building, which I go, that's your inciting incident is an
know.
earthquake? You
know.
can't think of anything more natural or, develop. It's an earthquake.
I don't even know where they are.
How often do earthquakes happen that crack floors in parking garages?
Right. That
Like-
happen to have a bank underneath it.
Sure, but it's just like it's like lightning striking. It's like
Right,
something
right.
so it's a cheap writing tool, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
The sister, our main girl, basically, she just came from overseas. Have it that she went to some crazy place and she was, in some weird
That's what she's
hostel.
giving out gifts, and I'm going, oh, the book's gonna be a
gonna come.
gift.
Me too, dude. But yeah.
But no, it's an earthquake.
Yeah.
And he goes underneath and finds a fucking old coffin-y kind of thing that has a hole in it. And he finds this little bag with a little book in it, right?
Back in the book.
And I go, all right. This is when I kind of started to get pumped up, though.
Sure,
I'm like,
because
all
now you're
right.
getting what
Evil
Dead. Yeah,
first
yeah.
sense of EVD, okay? First sense of the ED, all right? I don't have ED. I have EVD.
No, never. We're too young.
He opens the bag, and the look of this book,
I like that.
I don't like it.
I
Hated it.
did not, Mikey. I
Hated
don't
it.
care for it. Get rid of it.
Get rid
It's
of
not
it.
for me.
Not for him.
Teeth on the side.
Teeth on the side.
Care.
Don't care. Literally bound from human skin. Really? Doesn't look bound from human skin whatsoever. Where any ears, eyeball? I get if you don't want to use like a mouth and eyes, you want to do something different.
Change it up, sure.
Use anything else. Hair, nails. There's so many other body parts that you can use to
of
be
course.
on a book besides
Totally.
a mouth and an ear and eyes, right?
You can even go sock. I'm so sorry.
All right, we're back. So, we're talking about the books, right? Just, I don't know. I didn't like the look of the book.
I don't like the look of the book.
No, didn't like it. And he opens it, and he puts it on, and then comes with 3 records now
Not only is the book there, Mikey, but it comes with 3 records.
that are pretty well kept.
Oh, dude, I mean, it's
They're
from like the guy in the
23.
1923. So you're going, whoa.
And that's what I meant by it's the first. They're introducing that this is the Necronomicon before this Necronomicon.
Right.
See what I'm saying? They found this before the Doctor in Evil Dead 1 found it.
Right.
So they're retconning a whole new Book of the Dead.
This is the original.
This is the original. This is the original.
Weird, which
This
is
is a
really
slap in the
strange.
face, man. And they put the record on the turntable.
I know what you're going to ask.
Why does he have to spin it?
I don't know because it has electricity. So, dude, a turntable turns. You got turntables.
And
I
it's
had one.
turning.
It's turning, but yeah, it's still. Hold on a second. Let me go through like it's on the old like cassette. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the spool. No, he is turning it, but there's power.
He's not doing it backwards, is he?
No.
Right? Because it started just
He's
playing.
going clockwise.
And then he's turning it regular.
Mikey, it's going clockwise.
And the sister even did it. The main character even did it.
Yeah.
When she listened to it, she's spinning it. And I'm going, you just put power to it.
There's power. Why are you finger fucking a turntable?
Unless we're dumb, we mix it up, and they are doing it backwards.
No.
Maybe that. No.
I'm convinced,
Okay.
Mikey. I remember him
Okay.
going clockwise. But anyway,
Okay.
it is very strange.
It's strange. But you get all the same bullshit that we already know. That's my problem, is that nothing new.
No.
This is not a remake.
No.
In the 2013 remake, you got the same information, but you get it. It's a remake.
Sure.
We're reintroducing it to new audiences.
Right.
This, I thought we were going to get new shit.
I know.
No, it's the same information. And even all throughout the movie, how do we destroy that? Same information.
So stupid.
So I just don't know why it's just repeated information that we already know. Us
Right.
fans, this isn't made for 13-year-olds.
No.
Like, we already know this shit. Why are you just saying the information? It's the, Mikey, same information you get in Evil Dead 1 and 2. Like, it's the same information.
I was expecting something new, right? If
Yes.
you're going for Evil Dead Rise, what Rose, really, if you think about it?
Well, I think it's in an apartment building. That's what.
Oh, high rise.
Yeah, was the whole gimmick of it.
All right,
That's why I
all
think it
right.
was a different script, you know?
too.
Like
I'm convinced.
Like Poltergeist 3, they did an apartment building. Worked out real good for them on that one.
Open up now.
You don't look so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix.
Basically, the story is so limited because it's one lady gets possessed, the mother gets possessed, and for about, I don't know, man, first act, comes, and then she gets possessed, then the second act starts. And that second act, to me, was so boring.
Yes.
Because the characters are passive, and they're not doing anything, dude.
They don't even
They're
look-
just waiting
Right.
for another scare.
Yeah.
That's all that's happening. They're not trying to figure shit out.
Nope.
They're not trying to figure out what's going on.
Gear up, like nothing.
Nothing happens. It's just waiting for this mom to do something. It felt so flat and boring, that second act, to me. I'm sorry, but it just did.
I was the second act when I first checked my fucking watch, which I hate. That's a good tell. Look, there's movies where I'm going, oh, whoa, this 2
Yep.
hours went by. This was great. And then this one, I'm going, oh, we're only 34 minutes in. It's,
Yeah.
it's a 90-minute movie, but that was in the first time I checked my watch. I'm going,
It felt longer than 90 minutes.
dude, this felt like a 2-hour movie.
It did. It really, but that's my point, is that I think that's why it felt so long, is because that second act where things are supposed to be ramping up,
yes.
nothing's ramping up.
No.
It's only, the mom's possessed, and we're just going to wait around for her to do scary stuff.
That's it.
For literally 35 minutes. That's what's
And
happening.
then when she gets locked outside in the hallway,
Yeah.
that next 20 minutes felt so boring.
So that's
They're not
in the
freaking out.
second
They're
act.
like, oh my God,
That's
dude,
what I'm saying.
Mom's dead. Like,
What are we
what's
gonna
that?
do?
No one's freaking out.
There's no cool editing. There's no cool, like, fast-paced shit. The only filmmaking that I thought was genius was the doorbell cam.
Doorbell cam was
because
great.
it left things to the imagination.
Yes.
That was my favorite sequence of the movie.
I agree.
Besides maybe some parts in the end where it was like a 30-second battle in the hallway
Yeah.
with the demon and the other neighbors, but you couldn't see what was going on. You saw little glimpses.
Sure.
That was the coolest part of the movie for me, because I go, oh, new, never seen it in an Evil Dead movie before. Everything else, I've seen.
Yeah, no, there's little glimpses, right? Little
Yes.
glimpses of something new, kind of fresh, but overall, this is 98% not fresh. I'm not talking Rotten Tomatoes. I'm
No,
talking
no,
in
no,
general.
no.
In general, it's just like, oh no, I've seen this.
I've seen this.
This isn't Evil Dead. I've seen this in other movies.
Yes,
that's the problem. I've seen what happens in other movies.
You don't
so
need to go to Evil Dead to see this stuff.
Right.
You can see this stuff's in the Pope's Vatican, you know, whatever the movie's called.
Yeah,
you can see this in the exorcism of the last Emily's vagina.
Yeah,
you can see this shit in any horror movie you go to. Mikey, great point, because that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Is that we want to see chainsaws. We want to see a fucking heroine with a nice huge dong, you know?
Or heroin.
Yes, it could be it could be a woman.
Could be a woman, it could be a
was a
man.
woman in this one, you know? It was a
Sure.
woman in 2013. Like, you know.
I was fine with that.
Of course, it was all. But dude, remember the openings of 2013? That was so sick. With the girl, the dad, they're shooting in the shed. Has nothing to do with the.
Yes.
So that's awesome. And that's why this opening I thought was going to be better. I was like kind of hyped up when the girl's on the bed. I'm like, oh, it's going to be fucking. Oh no, she just barfs up milk and she's just like
Rips his scalp off, which was like
gore. They're going for this realistic gore. And this is my major problem with the 2013 and this one is that they have taken such a serious approach to these Evil Dead remake sequels that it kills this spirit. If you want to know the spirit of Evil Dead, watch the show.
Right.
Because that's something new that captured the spirit of it. You don't need Ash to have the spirit of Evil Dead.
Right.
Go watch what's that movie? The Australian movie. Not Rockgasm. What the fuck's it called?
yeah.
Rockgasm. No, what's it
the
called?
metal one, right?
Yeah, guys, you're seeing it here, but we can't think of the name.
Good movie.
Deathgasm.
Dude, good.
That has the vibe of Evil Dead.
Yes.
That's, to me, that's like the spiritual sequel to Evil Dead movies.
Yes, I agree.
Because it has that vibe to it, where it's the jokey, cheesy, but also gory and serious.
Fun.
But fun.
I
didn't have fun. I didn't have fun in this, Mikey.
Mikey, the show, fun. It's actually like nothing but fun.
Sure, and you get scares too. Like in the show, in number 1, you get scares. Like when he's in the basement, number 2, and I'm scared of Henrietta. She scares me. So like the makeup is scary enough that where you're actually getting scared. This movie did all the typical, I don't know, 2009 to now scares that you see in every horror movie. It's the classic scares. Every fucking scare was accompanied with a sound, a blaring. Even when the mom just put her hand out of the bathtub, you have to have a shriek violin. Go, guys, subtlety is the name of the game here. Subtlety is the way to go when you're trying to pull off a serious scare.
Right. Call me crazy. I don't think Evil Dead works with the family, with kids.
And I don't think it works in an apartment.
No.
I think both of those don't work.
No.
And they tried to do something crazy and totally new.
Yeah.
But I think maybe if they did it in a fun, tongue-in-cheek, cheesy way, maybe it would have worked. There was times where I laughed out loud like twice in the theater.
I heard it.
Because I'm like, why aren't you playing that as funny?
Right.
They think the mom dies in the first 20 minutes and she's on a bed and the guy tries to close her eyes and they pop right back open. That's a funny thing.
Play it funny.
They didn't play it funny. I was the only one that laughed in the theater because I thought it was hilarious.
Of course, yeah.
Like, you think she's dead. The guy softly closes her eyes, goes, bing, pop. There should have been like a sound that pops back up, like a note hit.
And then the guy going, oh my God.
Exactly.
But like, no, instead he just looks, he goes, huh?
It's supposed to be scary. It's
right.
played for scares.
Dude, go for fun. Have some fun with it.
Please.
Give us some cheese. Give us some camp.
Yes.
And just inject Evil Dead into an Evil Dead movie, dude.
That's all we want, guys, is the I don't need Ash. I love Ash. You guys can tell. Well, I suck all these at night. But
I saw it.
You didn't, because I do it very secret. I do it very secretively.
I stayed in that closet. You didn't know I was there.
So I don't need Ash, but you need the tone and the spirit of Evil Dead. And I just don't think this movie did it. I think they took a script that was a possession script.
Yep.
And they said, all right, we're going to rework it
Couldn't agree
to
more.
an Evil Dead movie.
Yep.
And we're going to, because, bro, the budget on this movie must have been nothing,
you
right?
kidding me?
This is $1 million or $2 million at most.
$2 million, maybe $3 million.
And let's slap the Evil Dead name on it, spend, $5 million in marketing, and we're gonna make literally $50 million.
Sure.
Like that's the plan, and I can see through it.
We all saw through it.
I don't think the people in the theater do. That's my point.
I don't think most people in the
You
theater,
do.
Yeah, sure, we did, but I don't think most people in the theater liked it. I got the vibe. I was getting a little vibe. Like, I don't think the girls in front of us liked it.
Well, speaking of that, guys, we bought out a whole row.
AKA Mikey bought 6 extra tickets.
So we didn't have to sit next to people. And here's photo proof. Just so you guys know.
Dude, it felt great. I felt like Julia Roberts in fucking Pretty Woman.
Yeah, I gave.
You did like the box and hit me. I'm like, ooh, that's how I felt like going.
I kind of teased Mikey, but I said I'm gonna do it, and I gave it to him. We got great.
I offered
seats,
to have. He rejected, and he's a kind gentleman.
We put reserve signs on the seats if that's what you saw in the photo. So
and it was great. It was a great going experience because
100%.
Nice crowd. No one was talking. There was a minimal cell phone flashlight.
One or two
here and there, but the 90 minutes, I'll take that.
100%.
Good experience.
Yes.
Not good movie.
It makes 2013's look so much better, and I had to keep saying that, but at least that was in a cabin with lines in the basement, girls. Like, it had the ingredients you needed to make the Evil Dead stew, right?
Yes.
EDS, Evil Dead stew.
Love it.
This was, PLB. It was Possessed Lady Bacon. We don't want that.
Dude, no PLB for this guy.
No
or that
PLB,
guy.
dude. We don't want that. That could be anything. We could see that in the nuns, scrolls of Egypt.
I watched that last night.
It was fantastic, right?
PLB was great there.
So again, disappointed. I'm not even excited to rewatch it, to be like, oh, maybe I missed, something here.
I'm never watching this again. Now, I will say this, though.
All right.
And I just want to throw this out there for the listeners
Throw it
as
out.
we wrap it up.
Throw it out.
If you read some triv on this fucking movie, originally slated for HBO release on demand, HBO Max, got good crowd reaction, so they decided, let's throw it in theater. You should have just put it on HBO Max.
Eeny, meeny, miny. You.
All right, so now spoilers real quick before we wrap up.
Yeah, sure.
So the ending, I did like the last 10 minutes. I thought the parking garage scene was effective because they show the page in the book with all the bodies connected. And I go, oh, never seen that in a horror demon-y movie before.
Not a movie, no.
I go, oh, where can I go to see that? Oh, you have to come to an Evil Dead movie to see people being possessed by demons and they fucking digging into each other to create one big connected demon, a family.
Yes.
A brother, sister, and a mom, right? Like, that's something that you need to go to Evil Dead to see. So that's why I appreciated that. Was it effective? I love that it was practical. I love that there was no CGI in that part. So I will give them credit for that, creative moment at the end, I guess.
I'm sorry. It was so CGI, the monster.
It was not.
The very last scene when it's up on the truck and they're actually about to chainsaw and throw them in a thing.
You mean when it's stuck in the thing? What are you talking about? Which
when
part are you
it's
talking
on
about?
the truck itself, like from the side, that was practical. But when they show that front-on shot, and
I'm talking about head-on. When you see the three of them.
Yeah. Look, I thought that looked awful.
See,
I thought it looked good
I
from
disagree.
the side.
I disagree.
From the side, you go, oh, that's kind of cool. You see the legs,
because I
arms.
saw no CG in it. I saw no CG in it. I thought it was practical. But I'm just saying, I think the ending it had the most bite to it, I guess is the best way to say it for me. Because there were setups and payoffs in this movie. Do you remember any of them?
Yeah, the scissors under the bed.
Okay, that's one. Yep. Then they had the sewing machine thing with the chick's face.
Oh, yeah.
Then they had the button clicker at the end, which that came back, but it didn't really come back because it was so dumb. I don't know why they did it that way.
Also, wasn't the power out?
Yeah, but some things in the building had power though.
Oh, the elevator. Maybe
how the fuck's that girl? Yeah.
Elevator. Yeah,
so some things did. It made no sense. Some things had power. Some things did. Some things didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
So some things had power. I don't know, but I'm like, oh, they're not gonna be able to get the door open. They just hit it once and then twice and then it opens. There's no. So
tense.
I'm like, why is that a fake setup and payoff? I didn't get why they didn't do that. I don't know. They got it that their car got stuck. That was the problem.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't that the gate wouldn't open.
Right.
It's that the car got stuck.
No, they opened the gate fairly easily.
Super easily.
Couple clicks.
Two clicks.
And it's not even like a thing where they're like, and they're running after.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
That's what I was waiting for. And then it's like, no, the tire's stuck. And I go, what the fuck is going on?
How'd you feel about the chainsaw?
I like the chainsaw.
It was all right.
What do you mean? What? You didn't like it?
Nah, it was all right. I didn't really like. it almost felt like, of course they have to throw this in there. They got to do some Ami, but it was okay.
If they didn't have a chainsaw in this movie, I would have protested, you have to. How could
you
you
have to
not
have one in every Evil Dead.
You
I
have
get
to
it.
have a chainsaw in the Evil Dead movie. It's a staple, bro.
Yeah.
That's how you kill. That is a staple, dude. You have to have a chainsaw. They made it yellow, so a little bit different.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody here dies by dawn, Dad.
All right, so we are going to continue on our audio-only podcast.
Goddamn right.
Click the link in the description. But before we wrap up, we're going to score it 1 out of 10 on our dope meter.
The dope meter.
You went first. Oh, so I have to go
You
first.
got to go first. What's your score?
I'm going to give Evil Dead Rise, I'm going to give it a 5 just because it's an Evil Dead movie. At least that they put the name on it, even though it wasn't a good movie. If it wasn't named Evil Dead, maybe I'd give it a higher score because I'd be like, oh, shit, the fucking, the sister wives possession was
apartment possessions
was pretty good, But since it has that Evil Dead name on it, I'm lowering it because of the expectation. Michael, what are you gonna score it?
I'm gonna drop mine down to a 4.8.
4.8. 4.8.
I'm gonna 4.8.
Fair
man.
point. Fair point.
But we'll discuss.
All right, we're gonna keep going on our audio only podcast, guys. Click in the description. Other than that, I don't have much else to say. Do you?
No.
All right, so you know what? I just have one word to say. Michael, do you know what word that is?
I do.
Let's say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Groovy.